Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn Hate Watch Edition. We watch shitty movies so you don't have to. Of course, I'm Don, and today we are diving into the glorified tutorial level that is a Minecraft movie. Spoiler alert, if you have played the game, you will learn nothing. Of course, we are also playing some Mario Golf today. I just remembered that I had the Superstar Club, so cool. Let's remember what these do, because now I might actually be able to make some awesome shots. So hopefully we see some. Of course, I'm starting out by going right into the sand, so why not? Also, we're playing against Toadette on the highest difficulty level, so hopefully she shows us how it's done at least and gives us some good ones there. Yes, she is doing something, I see. Alright. I'm now remembering how these trick shots work. Alrighty then. But as we get ready for this. Boy. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That kind of worked. But as we do this, let's give a shout out to our favorite sponsor, W Energy Drinks. Folks, if you're like me, totally ADHD, you need focus and energy that doesn't crash as hard as I did after watching the Minecraft movie. Got to. It's a little slow. W has no sugar, no jitters, just clean, sustained energy to power through your gaming and you hate watching. Click the link in the description and use code TDDD. That's the Daily Dose of Dawn, TDDD, for 10% off your order. And of course, you will help support the show. Gotta love that. Alright, now let's get to this story, okay? The movie kicks off with Steve, who is kinda part human, part CGI, voiced by Jack Black, who is apparently the King Midas of video game movies. I mean, this motherfucker's got the golden touch. This is his second video game movie that has grossed over $1 billion. I mean, that is insane. Okay, video game movies are known for being like crap. Okay. So, congratulations to you, Jack Black. Apparently, you shit gold. Oh boy. All right, now we open in. It's kind of hard to tell what era we're at because the guy, it looks like the 80s, but the guy is the Nintendo champion from 1990 or 1989. So I'm guessing but there's no smartphone, so I'm guessing it's got to be like the 90s or some shit in this. It's not really all that clear, but I guess it isn't really all that important. Oh boy. Now we start out with Steve. All right, and he's a child and he yearns to explore the mines. So I'm gonna take just a flat out guess that this is taking place in Kentucky. They don't actually say it, but where the fuck else does a child yearn to to climb in the mines? All right. So adult Steve, years later, because they don't let children enter the mines. By the way, yeah, just said in case you were wondering. That's probably a good call on the mining company's part. Just saying. You know? Alright, but anyway, so Steve grows into an adult, and that adult gets to join the mine. This furthers my suspicion that he's in Kentucky, like every other adult male in Kentucky. You get to go in the mine! You get to go in the mine! Congratulations. Alright. Jesus, am I like, holy crap, stroke 5? Man, I am crapping the hell out of this one. Really am. Solid par, I told it. All right. Whatever the hell this does, I guess we're doing this. All right. So adult Steve enters the mine and he finds the orb of dominance in the earth crystal. The orb is rather oddly cube-shaped. But, yeah, it's mentioned, and the movie is aware of that, so, alright, how much can I really complain? Right, that's how we do trick shots around here, okay. Cool. Alright, that's good. So Steve puts together the trick shot, the orb, and the earth crystal, and he is transported to, boom, the overworld. It's basically Minecraft land. Alright. So now this is where the movie enters tutorial mode. Alright, it's literally like this is Steve's first time playing the game. Okay? He goes in there. Wow. The hell of a shot. Alright, he goes in there and he's like, here's my first house, it kind of sucked. And here's my third house, it was kind of cool. Oh, and also I'm getting like attacked at night. Holy shit, look at that. There we go. Alright. Anyways. But yeah, then nighttime comes and you gotta survive, and he runs into a tree, and that's how he figures out, oh, I can get the wood from here to build. I mean, this is basically like I was basically expecting like it to say press A to continue on the screen. I mean, you might as well have gone all the way and done that. Bam. Alright, so along the way, Steve befriends a wolf named Dennis. Steve and Dennis live happily ever after, more or less, in the underworld. You know, until they don't, one day. Because, you know, the movie needed some conflict. One day, they basically find, like, the underworld crystal or some shit. Alright? And they get transported to the underworld, where we meet our villain, Malgosha. She is voiced by Rachel House. Now, we eventually find out Malgosha's backstory is that basically she, like, wanted to be an actor or actress, but she kind of sucked, so she, like, stopped doing that and instead decided to get rid of joy and fun. Alright. I mean, kind of Hitlery, I guess. But sure. Yeah, that's what you do. I'm also not sure if I'm really talking about the actress or the character, because, I mean, you know, the actress didn't do a great job either. Ow, motherfucker. Yeah. Bam! There you go. Solid par from Toad, huh? And I'm gonna get a bogey. Well, what the hell. Alrighty. So, of course, in true villain fashion, alright, she steals the orb, and she's gonna use this to invade the overworld. Turn it all into night, apparently, is the plan. Alright? because, they zombify in the day. But Dennis ends up escaping, alright? And he escapes with the orb, and he runs off back to Overworld, then back to Earth, to Steve's old house, and hides it under Steve's waterbed. Now look, I get that this is not trying to win no fucking awards for logic and writing, but how does the dog that has never been to Earth know where Steve's house is? I mean, yeah, I guess it could have maybe snipped it out or something. I don't know. Make it make sense, because they ain't making it make sense. Alright. So basically Steve's prisoned down there by the villain, and now so we gotta go back to Earth. We gotta meet some new people here. So first we meet Garrett, who is played by Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa, who is basically looked like he failed at WWE. So he did this now. Oh boy. Yeah, his character is basically stuck in the glory days of being a video game champion, and he's living off selling nostalgic junk. So basically like every other millennial out there. Or, you're either selling nostalgia or buying it. Oh boy. So we also meet Henry and Natalie, two siblings who appear, I guess the older sister is old enough to be a legal guardian for some reason. What happened to the parents is not mentioned, but I don't know if it's that terrible. I don't really need to know, I guess. Alright. But basically, so Henry spends his first day in this new town at his new school blowing up a monument. Because, that's what you do. The monument that's actually at where the sister is working at now. So, good job there. Alright. And this all, of course, in the meantime, they run into Garrett, whom has, at an auction, come into possession of the Earth Crystal and the Orb of Dominance. So good for him. Ultimately, the three of them end up meeting up, putting it all together, and getting transferred to the Overworld. Now, unfortunately, these players seem to start right out at night. So, it's kind of shitty for them. They had to immediately try to survive the zombies. But, luckily, the villain had realized that, basically the Magalsha realized that the orb was back somehow, and for some stupid reason, she sent Steve to retrieve it for her. Yeah, because he's not going to totally betray her after keeping him in prison forever. Yeah, that makes sense. So Steve finds these three schmucks and saves them from the zombies. And then we enter tutorial mode again. Basically, Steve takes us on another little tour of the overworld. We go a little bit farther to stuff he didn't build. There's villagers. He talks about how, you don't bother them. They won't bother you. All of that wonderful shit. Alright. Once again, I'm like, are you sure you don't want me to press left on the screen? Or something like that? And, of course, in true video game fashion, during the night, the Earth Crystal was destroyed. Yo, no. So, of course, we have to go on a fetch quest. Wouldn't be a video game movie without a fetch quest. Alright, we've got to go find the Enders, who seem way more menacing than these fucking pigs. And we gotta get an Earth Crystal from them. Alright, so we go in the Ender's house. We find that they're there. The Enders are all freaky. They almost kill them. They get the Earth Crystal. And they get back. Alright. But of course, as soon as they all have that second to put it together and get back to the real world, that's when Magolsha shows back up. All right. Now, it can't be that simple, obviously. Now we need the final fight, but I'm also would point out, like, so Magolsha shows up, and she just sort of waves her magic wand, and friggin', like, the earth crystal goes right to her. I mean, like, why didn't she do that when the dog ran off with it? Just wave her magic wand and make the earth crystal come back, if you can do that. So of course she uses the crystal, the orb of dominance to turn it into eternal night and lead her armies into here, into Overworld. And there is the big final battle where the heroes fight off the forces of evil. They got the diamond shields and armor. It looks like it's normal people holding like 8-bit crap, you know. So I don't know, somehow it just looked stupid and awkward to me, but again, this movie's making $1 billion, so what do I know, apparently. Alright, so in the end, they remove the orb, restore the sun, and all of Magolsha's, like, people, like, suddenly die from the sun. They, like, zombify and die. Yeah, you had to get to an ending, and that was one way to get there, I guess. We're not expecting anything Shakespearean out of here. I mean, it's a video game movie that made $1 billion, so it's... Nothing about this is gonna make sense. Ah, fuck! Fucked up because it makes my damn self laugh. Plus, I'm high as fuck. Alrighty then. Okay then. Well, you know, before we wrap this up, folks, I just want to remind you once again, if you want to fuel your gaming and your podcasting endeavors, if you want to stay awake through a nice long hate watch of a movie, oh motherfucker. Dubby Energy is exactly what you need. Alright? Remember, click that code in the description and code TDDD. Alright, folks. This has been Hate Watch, a Minecraft movie. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it.